How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm terrific. I get to talk to you, and I love Aquila and the Bee. It's just such a great film,
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's one of my favorites that I've done as well.
and Alice is it tears you up. As an audience, I don't know if it's a horror film. I don't know if it's a thriller. I don't. It's a Twilight Zone episode, and it's beautifully done, and it's an education as
Yeah.
well.
Thank you. Thank you. I think the educational part, adding the entertainment to the education, I think is really important. Obviously, when I think about my work and being able to impact my generation and the younger generation, especially with such a heavy topic, I think it's important for us to take them on a ride and a journey that tells the message and gives the information, but also can be empowering and uplifting.
I have to say that you are a hell of an actress. This journey that you're on as Alice is startling for us because we're learning with you. I mean, we should know this stuff, but we are learning this as you're learning about history.
Yes, yes. I think that's the thing, right? Is to be reminded, especially that our ancestors really are the reason why we know the things we know today, why we are able to define what slavery is and to define what freedom actually is and to fight for justice. To see Alice go on that journey is in so many ways kind of like us being able to get a peek into what many of our ancestors in the early days had gone through when they decided to demand to be free.
But then there's that wonderful wake up moment where she becomes more than her training. She actually steps into herself.
Yes, yes. I think it's important, that, it's said that freedom is something that you have to give yourself.
Mhm.
And Alice, even though she existed on the plantation, her sense and desire for freedom never was halted. Even with her being born on the plantation, she always had a sense and a desire that she deserved more and that her life as a human existed beyond being someone else's toy or being someone else's body. She knew that that was not what was real. And I think that's important, right, to see because so many of us struggle with how we feel about freedom today, and we're not even in the circumstances of Alice. So I think it's also really encouraging to see that a character like that, which is very much so the example of what our ancestors were, actually still believe, with a totally heavier set of circumstances than myself.
As a musician, does Alice have a rhythm? Does she have a cadence?
I think that she does, based off of just my knowledge of that era and her being somebody that was existing in a particular time period. I think I definitely did. I'm first of all a very rhythmic actress. My method is very much so rhythmic. I'm always looking for the musical sound of dialogue, and so I think with Alice, there was very much a rhythm there that was existing in the first half of the film, and then kind of graduated to something different and a little bit more like having a little bit more of a drive and a beat to it in the 1970s.
Kiki, thank you so much for your time today. And again, what a great film and what a great role.
Thank you so much. Thank you.